Today we're making compost cookies. Compost meaning you throw all kinds of things in that you might not expect to see in a cookie. The first thing you have to do when you make these cookies is line your cookie sheets with parchment paper and put them in the fridge so they're nice and cold. The first thing we're going to make is a graham cracker crust that goes into the compost cookies. You put 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs, 1/4 cup of dry milk powder, 2 tablespoons of regular white sugar, 3/4 tablespoon of kosher salt. Then you mix it all together. Then you whisk together 1/4 cup of heavy cream and 1/2 stick of melted butter. Then you pour the liquid into the dry ingredients. You mix it around first, and then with your fingers, you have to work it because you have to see whether it's the right consistency. It's got to be gooey. If it's not gooey, you have to add a little more liquid. Next, we're going to make the dry ingredients. We take 1 1/3 cups of bread flour, 1/2 teaspoonful of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoonful of baking soda, 1 teaspoonful of kosher salt, and mix that together. Now we're going to do the wet ingredients. So we have 2 sticks of unsalted pre-softened butter. They're 1/2 cup each. 1 cup of regular white sugar, 2/3 cup of tightly packed dark brown sugar, 1 tablespoonful of corn syrup. We used golden, I guess you can use light or dark, it doesn't matter. 1 egg, and 1/2 teaspoonful of vanilla extract. We'll let this go for 2 to 3 minutes on medium speed. Now we're going to add the dry mixture. This you have to do slowly or you'll have it all over the kitchen. Don't beat it any longer than 1 minute. Now I have this great looking dough, and I'm with the mixer on low speed. I've got to add the rest of my ingredients. 3/4 cup of mini chocolate chips. 1 cup of peanut butter chips. I'm adding 1/2 cup of that graham cracker crust mixture we made earlier. Next comes 1/3 cup of old-fashioned rolled oats, 2.5 teaspoonfuls of ground coffee, finely ground. I'm going to mix this for 30 seconds on low. Okay, now comes the fun part. Potato chips. This calls for 2 cups of plain potato chips. I'm going to sort of break them up first. And then 1 cup of mini pretzels. Okay, that looks great. This looks like wonderful dough. Okay, now my cookie sheets must be nice and cold. And have your plastic wrap ready because you're going to wrap them. I went to Home Hardware and I found this amazing scoop. I've seen people use it on TV, you know, it sort of scoops and releases, and it's the perfect size for cookies. Look how professional this is. Much easier. Okay, that's done. Now we're going to wrap this tightly with plastic wrap. It doesn't matter whether you're flattening out the cookie because it's going to flatten anyway. So the cookie dough will chill for 1 hour, and in the meantime, I'll preheat the oven. I'm going to set it on 350. The recipe calls for 375. I have a very hot oven. Let's see how we do with that. Time to bake the cookies. These are rock hard. Perfect. And they have to cook for exactly 17 minutes. So I'll set the timer. These look perfect. Edges are dark, centers are soft. I think if you wanted the pretzels to keep their shape, you would put them in later, not in the electric mixer, but these look great. Let them cool for 10 minutes, just as they are, before you transfer them to the wire racks. Okay, on to the cooling racks. And you can tell when a cookie comes out of the oven whether it's gonna be good. So that's it, compost cookies. And you can customize yours. What are you doing? Okay, fine. Can I have one? They're really good. You can have one.